Hey guys, it's Calvin here and I'm bringing you another game here. This is the Domination on Invasion. We're going to do a bit of a breakdown. A lot of people have been doing this on YouTube, so I thought I'd give it a go. Right at the start here, we're going to zoom out to an aerial view so we can have a look at some spawns and some routes and things like that. So right at the start, I'm going to just put B down there so you know exactly where we're looking. Everyone's going to be fighting over B, that's kind of the main point. And there's a route for our team just straight up the middle. You can also go to the right, which goes into this building here, which I've highlighted in red. You can also head straight through this alley and kind of do a flank around, which is really good. If you can push past that way, not many people go there. And these orange routes are routes I wouldn't recommend going, but you can if you want. But they just take too long, or they don't give you much of a tactical advantage. So that red square at the top, that would be the enemy spawn. Let's look at some enemy routes. They're straight down the middle, of course. There is also to the left here, which both these routes, they kind of take the enemies into this building here. So make sure you're aware that they might be in that building and they're going to come out that doorway at B. And there's two other routes there on the right which will take them into the buildings, which people will definitely run. And this pink line here is the pink front, as I'm going to call it. This is just what I'm saying. But you want to control everything behind this line, including B. Before you advance forward. So once you have control of everything, which you'll see we end up doing, you can win the game with it, but it is more difficult. Then you can push forward to the blue front, which means taking control of both buildings either side of B and the ones on the far left and far right, and just killing them as they come across the streets. So making sure you're in the buildings and you just don't let them in. There's also another front which I want to talk about, but it's a bit more risky than the others. It's the black front, as I've named it. But you know, these are just made up. But this one's a bit more risky because you can kind of cause the spawns to switch. But when you're playing with a 6-man team, it's not too much of a problem. And basically, it just involves 8 minutes of spawn trapping if you get there. So yeah, we're going to zoom back down into some gameplay, and I choose to run straight down the middle. I've got a UMP silence, so I want to be rushing forward and taking B straight away. We've got two riot shield guys for taking B. And I just want to point out a little spot I use here. Now, even though it didn't really work out this time because they got to B just as quick as we did, if you hide behind these sandbags right here, you can pick people off and have really good cover and just poke the top of your head out and kill anyone along this purple line here. And it's a really good spot, and you can take B at the same time. Like I said, it didn't work here, but normally that is the easiest way to take B. So just rush straight up there and you can pick off a few kills. So I get killed off B, and I'm just going to throw semtexes and stuns and anything I can just to try and slow them down. And you'll see me doing that a lot in this game. It's really, really effective way of securing a position, or just making sure that it makes it hard as possible. And as you can see here, we're using the purple front here. We're controlling all of the purple front, which we could spend the whole game you know, like this, but really we want to advance forward onto the blue front, as I named it. You know, like I say, these are made up. So we want to advance forward there. But you could win the game like this, but it'd just be a little bit more difficult. As you can see, they are getting onto B, and we don't really want that. We want to push them further back in their spawn. I just want to point out, though, I'm actually playing against a clan here with 6 of us, and I think 5 of them, I don't know if any of the others were playing together or whatever. But yeah, there's a whole clan. So there was pretty solid players, and they was giving us not too much of a challenge, but they was at least making it hard for us to get good KDs and a win. So yeah, we did have to play pretty objectively. As you can see here, I'm pushing into the buildings, trying to take control of them, and they are pushing on the right side. So I pick off a few guys here. I kind of get like 6 people or something like that, which is you know, really good play in my part, because I pick off a load of people and it stops them from pushing forward on the right side, and I get precision airstrike. So I just want to talk about the map right here. Right here, as you can see, we're kind of pushing into the building now, which is what we want. So we have control of the purple front, as I said, and we got no players behind it. And we want to push forward to this blue front, so that's what we're doing here. We're controlling the blue front, and my airstrike's about to go straight across there, so that shot should really help us out. And sorry about stumbling a bit. I have to do this all in one take, so yeah, that should help us out quite a bit. And there's going to be a bit of fast motion in this video because it was quite a long video, especially with me stopping every now and again and you know, going into images. So let me know what you think of this kind of thing. And at the moment I'm trying to make a push, and I get noob tubed here. I'm going to just point out. So this is him noob tubing me from like a different angle, of course. And we're going to look why his spot is so essential, why I need to kill him. Right here, he has a look over pretty much a third of the whole map, apart from, you know, the other side of the map. I'm looking at B. He can kill anyone in this zone without really any trouble, the blue zone, as I've said. And he can also kill you if you come up into this balcony, which kind of stops you using that balcony for your own spawn trapping needs. So he really needs to die. So as you see here, I die, and I'm gonna go get that guy, and I almost run into B again, and I think nope, I can't do that, and just for a reinforcement they get a Harrier, and I'm pretty sure it's that guy at the back because he's the furthest away from the action. He's just dropping noob tubes on B, and I'm gonna go get him. So I get him with the Semtex, I think. Yep, get him with the Semtex. And I want to take control of this building because hopefully we can push forward and get right onto that black front which I was talking about. So I want to take this building as well, and they're moving up on the right hand side. I think I die. No, I run back. But we're controlling the blue front pretty easy, which is probably the easiest way to win. We're going into a bit of fast mode here, but the easiest way to win is to control the middle. Just control just past B, because the black front is a bit more risky, just because they could spawn behind you, or if one gets past and it gets on C and it switches to spawns. But whereas if you just sit just past B, and I notice he's back there again, just pointing that out, and I don't want to go right out, don't want to stay out there because I'd have been in that blue zone and he would have been able to easily kill me. So remember I said that. But yeah, in the blue zone, blue front even, it was easy to kind of just hold people back and keep them off B without kind of spawn trapping too much, but just makes for an easy win. And right here it kind of seems like we've gone a bit too far, and we lose C. And with a bit of teamwork and team communication, we work out which side they're actually spawning on, and we take the flag where they're not spawning, which happens to be C again. So we take C, and we're back going, you know, same place we was before, kind of on the blue front. Trying not to get confused between the blue front and blue area. I should have maybe put a different colour, but oh well. Hopefully I'm not too confusing, because I'm actually confusing myself sometimes. And we go into a little bit of fast mode. They're actually making quite strong pushes on B, and we keep losing it and then getting it back, and then not losing it, sorry, but like they keep getting on it. And so what I decided to do is a bit of a sneaky move really, as I decided to run along and pick up a riot shield. And because they're making a strong push on B, they seem to be up in their game. I decided to just hold B just right here so they can't cap it in case that riot shield guy comes back, because if he comes back and gets on the flag, you know, there's a good chance he'll get it because he has a riot shield. So I'm just going to hold right here just for as long as I could really, just to try and build up a few points just in case we do lose B, because it did look like they was looking to take it then. But just in case we did lose it, you know, we'd have a couple extra points just to try and get B back before we started losing. But they don't come for it, so that's pretty good. And basically I want to do some super fast as I run around, kind of just around the B area. And I do make a couple of pushes to try and get us into the black zone again, as you'll see, into these buildings. But it's not happening. The team isn't moving far enough forward because we need to sit back and get people. And at this point in the game, they're actually moving around the right hand side. They've actually cleared themselves a path. So we want to stop them from getting C. And what we want to do is completely stop them from moving around the right hand side. And this guy gets me, and I call out. There's two coming around the right hand side towards C. So I'm going over to block them off, and we lose B, which is kind of annoying. But we know we only have to have one flag right now because of the score. So all we have to do is hold one flag, and we do try and get B back, you know, just to enforce that win. But we don't get it back. They're too much posted past B, so we're just having a bit of a struggle. And then we decide after a while, you know, just hold the flag, just sit back, and I think we actually get the unlucky spawn, which is on the left hand side. And on the left hand side, you know, you spawn really far away from flags. So C actually gets taken here, which is a bit weird, and we get everyone on it and take C, and from that moment we know that we've won. So go into a bit of super fast mode, and yeah, basically it's just wasting time until we win now. So no objective really. I'm not going for the flag. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just running about and kind of just waiting for the game to end. So not the best of scores in the world. Let me know what you think of this concept. I put a lot of work into this, so hopefully you guys will appreciate it. And 44 and 17, which is not the best score in the world, but you know, it was a really objective game. There was a lot of tips, and hopefully you guys like this. So yeah, let me know, and I'll see you later. Just want to throw in a quick thank you to these guys, Burst HD and DMaster484, both helped me with that NoobTube cutscene, so thanks for that, guys. And the other 5 guys are the guys that were playing with me in this match. These are from the Rage Clan, and I play with them a lot. They're good guys, and I just want to say thanks for that. And yeah, I just want to quickly throw in as well, Smitty89 at the bottom there. He's got a YouTube channel now, and really appreciate if you guys just checked him out, at least just, you know, watched a couple of his videos and seen if you like it, because you know, just starting out, and I'd like to give him a helping hand. So yeah, bye.